Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. I'm your host Richard and today we are here with a new series. I guess you could call it Season 2. If you guys remember last year we did a series called Lessons in VGC where we kind of went over, we did go over different kind of strategies and sets to use in VGC, and we kind of went in depth with it with all the EV spreads and whatnot. This time, this is now called VGC 2015 Student to Master, and this is going to be more of where we're actually going out, battling people, using sets and stuff, and it's just a little more developed, I guess, because we're learning now. We don't have to go over everything every time, but this is going to be our first series of the. This will be on my my Alpha Sapphire game. Either it's going to be against a friend or another YouTuber or one of you guys, if you guys want to battle in VGC with me. Be sure to check out the rules first, of course, if you don't know the rules for VGC 2015. But that aside, that it will either be against a friend or YouTuber or one of you guys or whoever wants to battle, or if I can't find anybody because it is on the game, so a little more restricted, I will go to the battle spot, and I'll just do I'll do 3 battles there. Otherwise, it's best of 3 normally against friends. Now, the team I'm bringing today, I like to call it like a speed trick room team. It's got a little bit of speed and it's got a little bit of trick room. Speed trick room. You won't see my full team because this is post commentary. For the most part, this will be live commentary. But I did have this battle the other day, and I did want to show you guys this. This is against Josh, or IPokeShuckles. His link will be in the description below. A lot of these battles will probably be against him because we talk a lot about VGC sets and that kind of stuff. So it won't show you the full team. You'll see. I think you see his full team between all the battles that we have, but mine stay mostly the same. So I will tell you guys. So this battle, I brought the Choice Scarf Mamoswine, Focus Sash, Bisharp, Cresselia for Trick Room, and Mega Camerupt, who is the main focus of this team. I also have a Ludicolo with Assault Vest, and who's my other Pokemon on this team? Conkeldurr, Flame Orb Conkeldurr. Now, I do plan on bringing this team to a tournament, so if I am able to record those battles, like post-commentate for you, sometimes they don't let you save the battles, but I think they might be able to because it is a smaller tournament. It's not like Worlds or anything. But we'll see. So if I am able to save those battles, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, this is the team I'll be using. I did originally have Gardevoir on this team instead of Cresselia. They both kind of serve different roles. Gardevoir is able to hit harder, and she's also able to carry Thunderbolt for like Azumarils and flying types and stuff. Whereas Cresselia can take more hits. So I actually just caught Cresselia in the game right before this battle, so I EV trained it up quick and threw her in and see how she'd work out. So that's my team. On this round, Josh brings the Sylveon, the Bisharp as well, the Arcanine, and the Murkrow. So we're gonna hop right into this one. I have to actually click twice here, hit play. So one good thing about battling Josh is that it's a double-edged sword. You can either know what he's bringing or not, because we do talk about our sets. So I wasn't quite sure what this Arcanine wanted to do. I thought it was going to be the bulkier support set. It doesn't turn out to be. I do lead with my Mamoswine and my Bisharp just to try to put a hole through his team before I do bring the Trick Room out. Arcanine's going to get the Intimidate off, which does activate Defiant on my Bisharp. Mamoswine just goes straight for the Rock Slide. Unfortunately, I miss Murkrow. I do want to get rid of that thing because it is kind of annoying, but it's going to do quite a bit to Arcanine because we do get the critical hit and flinch turn 1, and then I'm able to use the knockoff and just take out this Arcanine right away before it's able to do anything. This also really helped because I was able to see that's Choice Banded, so that let me know that if Arcanine does in fact come to the next battle, I can just Sucker Punch it without a problem because it is Choice Banded. And he brings out his own Bisharp, so I'm going to switch out Mamoswine because I don't want him taking an Iron Head or a Sucker Punch, and I just go out in a Camerupt, thinking he's probably going to Sucker Punch, and if he does Iron Head, I'll be able to take it. Murkrow actually goes for a Tailwind, so that's a little bit annoying because now his Bisharp's going to be faster than mine. I just go for the Iron Head just to get some damage off on his Bisharp, and he goes for an Iron Head as well on the Camerupt, so I resist that, so I'll be able to take that very well. I'm going to switch out my Bisharp just because he's not going to be doing too much. I'll bring out the Crest, Mega Evolve my Camerupt, so I'm going to start trying to set up my Trick Room, because if I'm able to do that with the rest of his team, I should be pretty good to go. So I am going to get the Protect off, since Trick Room isn't up yet, and it does waste a room, or waste a turn of Tailwind. He Sucker Punches, won't work because I haven't attacked, and then Murkrow went for the Foul Play on Camerupt, just trying to get rid of it. So I switch out Camerupt, still not being under Trick Room and having a Tailwind behind his Pokemon isn't going to work. And I try to go for Trick Room, but of course the Murkrow's going to taunt me, and Sucker Punch isn't going to work because nobody attacked. So his Murkrow is now going to quash my Mamoswine. Since I am Scarfed, it would be hard to attack me otherwise. And he wants to go for the Iron Head to knock out my Mamoswine instead of Sucker Punch. So if he hadn't quashed, I could have Earthquaked to knock out Bisharp. I am going to go for the Moonblast here just to see how much it does to Murkrow. Of course, Cresselia doesn't have any special attack investment, and that was a crit on the Murkrow, which are usually specially defensive. So I'm going to bring out my Camerupt here. Now being under Trick Room, I'm pretty safe. I'm going to switch out my Cresselia because I don't want to take in a knockoff or anything, and I'll just go out to my own Bisharp. Bisharp goes for the Sucker Punch on my Camerupt, which does a bit, but being fully defensive or fully invested in HP does save my Camerupt. He goes for another Tailwind, but I do have the Overheat coming in this turn, which is going to take out the Bisharp for sure, and it almost takes out the Murkrow. Critical hit on the Bisharp. I don't think it mattered, but we are getting a lot of crits, which is fun. Sylveon is going to come out here, which can be a problem. So I'm just going to protect with my Bisharp, because he does have that Tailwind up, and I'm not quite sure how that works with Trick Room. So I'll just go for the double Protect here. Though, I think my Trick Room is going to go out before my before the Tailwind. But I'm just going to switch out Bisharp here, not wanting him to die to Sylveon's Hyper Voice, though he'll be able to take one because he has Focus Sash. Murkrow does go for the Foul Play where the Bisharp was, and Cresselia is going to be able to take that with a zero attack all around. And Hyper Voice will unfortunately take out the Camerupt. I was hoping I was going to be able to live it, but unfortunately, nah. Actually, after this battle, I realized Cresselia wasn't fully EV trained. I forgot to put the special defense in, which didn't really matter in this battle, but I'll have to remember to do that at some point. I do protect with the Bisharp, just waiting for the Tailwind to peter out, and Sylveon's going to Hyper Voice. Fortunately, Cresselia is going to take it, even though there is no special defense investments in. I'm just going to go for the Psyshock onto the Sylveon, just trying to see how invested it is. Of course, I'm not quite sure how hard Cresselia is going to hit, because this is my first time using it, so it wasn't really too great to do. Tailwind does peter out, so I go for the Iron Head here. Not knowing that Sylveon wasn't Specs or Scarfed, I thought it would be, just because most Sylveons are now. And he's going to be able to get another Tailwind up. So unfortunately, not taking out the Murkrow is kind of annoying for me. I do go for the Iron Head on the Sylveon, and then just Moonlight with the Crest, which is able to get me almost up to full. Now I'm just going to protect with the Bisharp here, just to try and peter out Tailwind again. He's going to Foul Play and Hyper Voice, of course, and I believe this turn Crest I use Moonblast just to take out this Murkrow, which I do, and it's going to take out Murkrow because it's barely got any health left. And Murkrow goes down, so now we only have to worry about the Sylveon, which I know Bisharp can take at least one, and it shouldn't even bring me down to my Focus Sash. And if we double team the Sylveon this turn, we should be able to take it out. Hyper Voice comes in, and it does quite a bit. And Iron Head is going to hit the Sylveon, and I believe we get a crit. I don't think it mattered because I don't think Sylveon will be able to take a fully invested Iron Head from a Bisharp, but that's what's going to happen. So that was the first round. First round goes to me, which I was very excited about because I think that's the first time I've beat Josh in VGC. But we are going to be having a the second round coming up here. I'm going to queue it up here for you guys in just a second. Alright, so we're here with round 2 against IPokeShuckles or Josh. Again, I just brought the same team because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. So we're going to lead with Mamoswine Bisharp to poke some holes in the team and then get Trick Room set up with Cresselia for Mega Camerupt to finish up the job. This time he does bring the Arcanine and the Murkrow again, but he also brings the Ludicolo and his Mega Metagross. So it's going to be kind of... Mega Metagross scares me a little bit, but we do have Camerupt and Mamoswine and Bisharp, so we're kind of set with it. We got 3 super effective things against it. We do know that the Arcanine is Choice Banded, so Bisharp can just Sucker Punch it whenever it comes in, especially with the Defiant boost. Ludicolo, we don't know what it is yet. Mega Metagross, I'm sure it's just the standard Protect, Ice Punch, Meteor Mash, and Zen Headbutt. And then we do know Murkrow's full set being Foul Play, Taunt, Tailwind, and Quash. So the first thing is first. I'm the realist, of course, but we do want to get rid of Murkrow because it just can be annoying, and I'd rather not have to deal with Tailwind and that kind of stuff. So we are going to get into this. Of course, I start with Bisharp and Mamoswine, like I previously stated. And Josh is going to lead with the Metagross and the Murkrow. So trying to exert that offensive pressure right away. But like I said, all of our Pokemon have super effective damage to do to Metagross. He's going to Mega Evolve right away. I actually expected the Protect, but he does not seem to go for it right away here. I do Icicle Crash. I do actually double team the Murkrow just because I don't want to hear. So I Icicle Crash the Murkrow. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. In fact, it's going to take it out. No critical hit or anything. So this Iron Head is going to be aimed at the Metagross now instead of the Murkrow, which is going to end up nicely because it's going to be a critical hit flinch, starting out the same way as we did last time against the Arcanine here. But he's going to bring in Ludicolo. I'm expecting a Meteor Mash coming after Mamoswine, so I'm going to get him out of there and bring in my Cresselia, knowing I can take it. I'm kind of expecting a Fake Out from the Ludicolo, but I'm still going to try and Sucker Punch the Metagross, but he does go for the Protect here. Good play on his part, making me think I don't actually have it, or he doesn't actually have it. So I go for the Sucker Punch. This time I will be able to take out the Metagross, so either way I was kind of safe with going Sucker Punch there. And Ludicolo is going to try and Hydro Pump, but is going to miss, and I'm going to take my time to set up the Trick Room here, because even though I still have Mamoswine and Bisharp, they both have priority moves, so they can still deal a lot of damage while being in Trick Room and still going first with Ice Shard on Mamo and Sucker Punch on Bisharp. Now he's going to bring in the Arcanine here. I'm going to get my Defiant boost once again, and luckily it was Cresselia getting the Intimidate, not the Mamoswine. So I'm just going to go for Sucker Punch on that Arcanine, knowing it's Choice Banded. Unfortunately, we don't take it out, and I am going to Psyshock on the Ludicolo, just trying to get some damage off on him. It doesn't do too much, but it is a Cress again. So Hydro Pump is going to hit Bisharp this time, and we will hold on with our Focus Sash, but he does double team with the Arcanine Flare Blitzing at the same time in case Hydro missed, I guess. But so he'll only take like 1 hit point of damage from the Flare Blitz, but he's at such a low health that I can just bring in my Camerupt now and Mega Evolve and just go for the Heat Wave, and as long as it hits, it'll be able to take out both these Pokemon. Ludicolo taking neutral damage, and it being a stab Sheer Force boosted move from Mega Camerupt, who's fully invested in special attack, it's gonna easily take out this Ludicolo. It does connect with both the Pokemon, taking them both out, so Mega Camerupt gets to finish off this battle here, making this a 2-0 for us. So I'm very proud of this team. One of the first teams I've made by myself, and instead of taking somebody else's team. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it quite a bit. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, go check out IPokeShuckles. His side of the battle is actually going to be on his channel. I believe we actually made him cry in that last battle with all the crits and flinches and misses and stuff. So be sure to go check it out. Yeah, and thank you guys again so much for joining us for this episode of Student to Master. I'm not sure if EXP Share is still going to be posting our videos. I'm going to check with them to see if they still want to, and if they do, and even if they don't, be sure to go check out EXP Share. I'll have a link for their website in the description. It is a podcast site that deals mainly in VGC, and very, very great guys. So be sure to go check them out. And we will see you next time on Student to Master. Be sure to, if you want to get a battle with me, either leave a comment in the comment section below or send me a tweet on the Twitters, and and I'll set up a battle with you guys. And be sure to check out the rules of VGC 2015. Of course, almost everything is available, except for like event Pokemon and the major legendaries. So, yeah, if I do end up getting recorded battles from the tournament I'm hopefully going to, I will, of course, show you guys. But otherwise, next time we will have a different team. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye!